This is Outdated, and welcome back to Back Catalog. And so today I'm looking at the game, The Outer Worlds. I attempted to make a video of this a while back, but in mid-video my Rottweiler got in the house, and it was like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation all over again. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. I have the first DLC, Perils of Gorgon, but haven't had a chance to play it yet, because the only save files I have for my original game, where I finished it, was literally in the final room, and I can't go back and do it. So I'm starting a new game to pick up some achievements for different types of builds, and that way I can actually do Perils on Gorgon and then the other DLC with this character, who I have affectionately named Turd Burglar. So we're going to go ahead and continue, and we're going to go ahead and see. So think of this as a Fallout game, but set in outer space, and it works. Like, it's not buggy, but it's a much smaller experience. It's not the ridiculous size of a Fallout or an Elder Scrolls, but it has just as much detail. It's just in a smaller space, and it's more meant to be a bite-sized RPG to show what they can do. This Obsidian is the company that has created they created Fallout New Vegas, which most consider the best Fallout game. And recently they made Grounded, which I did an episode of on this same channel with that game, which is totally not what this is. But so basically you were on some colony ship sent out into space, and your colony ship kind of got left out there, and you were frozen until this guy breaks in and, well, to be honest, thaws you out. These are my two companions. And then they eventually unthaw you to try to get you to, like, help save the colonies or whatever. So we're going to head this way and interact with some folks.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little Back Bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a trick.
Okay, we're talking to him.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
As I noticed, you were in the middle of an argument earlier.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
Okay, the man uses the word fisticuffs. I'd like to hear your side. What happened? I heard you knock somebody out. Yeah, let's hear that.
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Okay, so he's bragging about his team winning. And that's when you resolved your differences like an adult, right? Oh boy. So you defended the honor of your team. I'm just going to say, oh boy. Oh boy.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a Back Bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
I'm thinking so too. Let's see. Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Oh, here it is. That's me, Captain of the Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
I never got your name. I'm Turd Burglar.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
Okay, and we will see him again. He is a potential companion. Okay, so we've got a quest marker here. We're going to go ahead and start heading that way. That would be stealing. I won't do that. Okay.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
I gotta talk to this guy to get in.
Identification, please.
Present Hawthorne's ID, because the original captain was Captain Hawthorne, and when my escape pod landed, it crushed him. So I've kind of become Captain Hawthorne in a way.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Let's see, how do I get this resolved? There we go.
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded? Okay.
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Okay, so... Great, I'll go talk to him and straighten this out, or this has to be a mistake, or I'm going to wring this Bedford guy's neck. I'm going to go with the top one.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Oh, side quest, sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Okay, her shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Alright, got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Can I find a job around here? Why not?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board, that is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Okay. That's all I needed to know about work.
All right.
Alright, I already know where Gladys is. I have a waypoint. I'm not going to waste my time.
Be seeing you.
Okay. They haven't let us in now that we've been told, so let's go ahead and go in.
Captain, I was hoping for a word.
The other day it was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
Okay, so those two are funny. Alright, let's see, what do we have here? Doing a little exploring. I just took all that. That's barred. Alright guys, let me buy. There we go.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Regular scheduled advertisers? Okay, all this stuff I'd be stealing. So I'm assuming that would be bad. Let's go ahead and go in. Oh, nice. I've played this before, but I forgot how pretty this was.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Purple-berry flavored center. Suck it. Chew it. You can do it.
Okay. So, we're gonna go ahead and go talk to that guy, I guess. Go ahead and get that taken care of.
What the hell's going on? We were in a holding pattern for 2 hours just to get in.
Comms had to go on break. Chief didn't have enough hands to coordinate docking. Something about the radiators being busted. I don't know. Not my problem, right?
Radiator busted. See, the thing about this, a lot of these side conversations do lead to stuff. Bells, shells. Oh god. Okay, we gotta do this. So, this world, the universe we're in here, it is totally run by corporations. One of them is Spacer's Choice, which has the funniest slogan ever. You've tried the best, now try the rest. In other words, you've had the good stuff, now have some crap. And that's what Spacer's Choice stuff is. Let's go, and that's their slogan, is that moon. Let's talk to this guy.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
Let's see. So you work for Spacer's Choice. Ever been to Edgewater? You start out in this area called Edgewater. It's a little town that is a Spacer's Choice town.
Heard of it. My orientation aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
In other words, it means it doesn't. Let's see. Well, don't go looking into it. Or no, what? You aren't missing much. It's a dump.
Not the word I'd use. I think of it more like a... No, I take it back. Dump sums it up nicely.
Well, I liked it fine enough.
I'm sorry, Parvati.
I'm sure they're doing their best. That's the Spacer's Choice spirit. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
Okay, let's see what you got for sale. Okay, I've got to ask you about the hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
You doing all right in there? Speak up, I can't hear you. Where can I get a hat like yours? Enough hat talk. Okay, you doing all right in there?
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as Spacer's Choice is affordable.
He's trying to work in a... can you see in there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
Oh, God. How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
Okay. Do you miss eating solid food?
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony.
Do you have to sleep with that on?
Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
So every time I ask him something, he turns it into an advertisement for Spacer's Choice, which is kind of sums up what this game is really like the undercurrent. See, does Spacer's Choice make you wear that?
Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Now we're getting there. Do you need me to help you get... Wait, do you need me to help get you out of there?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, Are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green. The future is spearmint.
Oh, God. Okay, here's one. I am addressing the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat. My job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
Sorry if I pushed you too hard, Martin.
It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to.
Oh my God, that's a terrible slogan. Let's see what they have for sale.
Have a look.
Let's see, merchant skill. Your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. Okay. Okay, I definitely want to get some heavy ammo. Can I afford all of that? I can. Can I sell some stuff? I feel like I have some. There's a duplicate. Sell. Sell. Got a lot of these pistols. A lot of these sabers too. Might as well rack up the extra cash where I can. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's keep going. We spent a lot of time talking about silly stuff. I think the lady I'm actually here to see might be in here.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Okay, actually, if I'm remembering right, she's right here.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Okay, there's a lot of jokes here. Phineas sent me. He said you sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay. Okay, I'm doing that.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Okay, I'm listening. Tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
No qualms here. Let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Say no more. I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Okay, abandoned outpost, corporate secrets, got it.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
She gave me a candy. Awesome. Okay. So I need to go, before I can go do that investigation, I need to go get my ship out of impound. There's that guy, poor dude in the hat. Alright, oh, there it is. You can see it. It says Halcyon right up there. It looks ridiculous. Let's go ahead up there and talk to this deaf dork.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
But let's open this. Here's the guy we need to see.
Back and try not to touch anything.
We interrupt.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
I'm just gonna have to tell him Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Jeez. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Lie. Yep, he sure did. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
Oh, Lord. He was eaten alive by feral canids. Or he died in an escape pod accident. Trust me, you don't want to know the details. Forget Alex. Alex isn't important. I'll go ahead and tell him. He died in an escape pod accident.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
See, again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand? Yeah, let's do that.
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
So that's the thing about this. Phineas Wells is the guy that freed us and wants us to save these colonies, but we could technically turn him in and do whatever we want to do. I'm not going to do that, though.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
This is about the board having your head.
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. Well, it's my white whale, I suppose.
Reference to Moby Dick. I can't tell you where Wells is.
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
Okay. And we're going to go ahead and go. So now we can actually fly places.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of North
Anti-Cleos.
Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Can we go in here? Oh yeah, this is the engine room area.
Are those XF-411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
So your characters that you have with you, there's 6 different companions. Right now I only have the first 2, Parvati and Vicar Max. They have their own personalities and stuff, and they have their own opinions on what you're doing. But we're going to go talk to the lady in charge, which I think is her.
On a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff.
Here we go. Let's see.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Let's see. Turd burglar, nice place you've got here, Chief. We'll go with that.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I'll do whatever I can to help you keep the peace.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Okay. Now that my ship's out of impound, I can safely say I'm headed to Monarch. None of your business, or just... I don't want to say that.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Let's see. Parvati, you wanted to talk to Junlei? Go ahead. Put her on the spot.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Nudge Parvati to continue.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Silently encourage Parvati.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
She's so much like Kaylee from Firefly. Let's see. Thanks, Junlei. I had some questions for you. Alright, I'm just going to whisper nice job, Parvati.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Kind of warm in here. Let's go with it. It seems kind of warm in here.
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Let's see. I'm sure your capable staff can stay ahead of the problem.
My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the fixes are temporary. This wound is bound to fester. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Is there no room for compromise?
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
Oh, pleasant. Alright, Science 15, you need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Got it. I'll take care of that right now.
Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Okay, miscreants. I'll get you those parts from the back bays.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
There's something weighing on my mind.
Well, where's Victor? There he is. So, see, now he has a comment to make. So,
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
So you know somebody who can read the book?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Okay, that sounds like a good lead, but how do we find him?
That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Okay. How will a crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend? How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker? Let's go with that.
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Sounds good, let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay, and I do have some skill points to spend. Yeah, I do. Let's go ahead and work on those. Let's work on ranged. Let's do some melee too. Let's work on let's see. Leadership and stealth. No, yeah, stealth. There we go, got that. Apply, accept. Alright, got it. Looks like Vicar Max might have some things I can do. He does. Yeah. See, health increases companion's maximum health. Increase the amount of threats this companion generates. Decrease the threats or increase your hack skill when max. We'll do with that. Okay, and we will apply. Yes. And the journal is basically all my quests. And happiness is a warm spaceship. We're going to get the new parts. That's the mission we want. And we have actually gone over time. And this is very much a role-playing game, but there is some great first-person combat, especially shooting. And so I think we might do a second episode on this, actually. It's such a good game. So I guess if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and save. And I will see you next time, and I think we will continue, and we'll get the chance to look at some combat in the Outer Worlds. So this has been Outdated. Peace out.